All right, somebody give me a heads up that y'all can hear me just fine. Good Monday morning. Welcome to First 15 at 8:15. This is Rich Levin. Thank you so much for joining us. Once again, somebody just give me a heads up that you can hear me just fine because I hit a different button on my computer today. And let's get started. Thank you, Terry. How to win in listing competition. Now, I know a lot of times you're not in competition for listings, but when you are, you want to win. One of you lost a listing last week, and it motivated me to do this session just as soon as possible to share with you how to win, which also, even when you're not in competition, these same ideas are going to make you stronger in every listing presentation. And when you're stronger, you get more cooperation on price, more cooperation on repairs, more cooperation in negotiations. So being stronger in your listing presentation is always a winning game for you. And I'm really excited to share this with you because this is another one of those topics that you could very easily make money with right away today and this week. Now, just before we get into that topic, I want to talk to you about breakthrough. It's a goal of every agent who's striving for more, isn't it? To break through the next level, isn't that the goal? To break through to a significantly higher level, to permanently break through to a higher level so that once you get there, you stay there, you don't fall back. And for that level to become your new normal. And then, of course, from that new normal to break through to the next level and the next level. And so many of you have done that over the years. And always to do that with confidence and permanence, knowing that your business is just getting stronger and stronger. It's the goal of every agent who's striving for more. Don't you agree? And after coaching so many agents for over 20 years to break through, we know that it requires continuous work at these 4 skills. Really, the cool part about doing what we do is to understand how and why these things work. And that's why we build all of our work at Real Estate Grad School around making you stronger at each of these all the time. So each day we touch on each one of these for just a moment and spend more time on one of them. So they are success psychology, routines and systems, goals and measured results. We'll spend just a moment on each of those, and then we'll get into the tactical skill. There are many, many, many tactical skills, and today we're going to work on the tactical skill of winning when you're in listing competition. So let's start with a moment on success psychology. You gotta wanna. I know that's horrible English. You gotta wanna. You have to want to succeed. You have to want to succeed. And you have to have a reason that makes you feel eager to succeed and to really feel it. Not like maybe, but man, this is, you feel it every moment of every day. You have to bring that reason to mind often every single day until that eagerness to succeed is built deeply into a part of you. That's not necessarily an easy thing to do, and it doesn't have to be a big fat reason why. It can be just because you want a new cell phone, because you want to pay off your debts, because you want to make sure your kids go to the best camps, your grandkids go to the best schools, whatever it is. You have to have a reason that makes you feel eager, and you have to bring that reason to mind every day. And you don't have to bring it to every day forever, because that eagerness will become a part of you. And when this is missing, this reason, it's impossible to break through. It is impossible to break through. Our planning workbook has a few exercises for those that need it to identify the reason you want to succeed and attach that reason, attach the emotion, the feeling, the eagerness, and the commitment of that reason to everything you do in your business. So each day we do a different moment of success psychology. We also take a moment to remind you about success routines and systems, and that you take 10 minutes every single day at the very beginning of the day. Some people do it in the evening before, and you are going to plan your day. Now, when will you do that today? Have you done that already, or will you do it when you get off this call? And here's what I want you to do. Review and update your success charts. Now, if you're not a coaching client, review and update your numbers. And are we going to talk about what those numbers are? We'll talk about what those numbers are on the next slide. Review and update your numbers. Very simple, 4 numbers. Schedule 1 prospecting IPA, just 1 prospecting activity where you call at least 5 people or some combination of 5 people. It might just be following up on leads that you already have. But 1 or more prospecting IPAs, we talk about that nearly every day. And some weeks we actually go into depth on scripts and how to prospect and make sure you're contacting. Just, you know what's amazing? with a minimum amount of contact each day, but doing it consistently, you will exceed your goals. People say 5, why not 20, why not 50? Because you don't need to when you do quality contacts and quality work and you're focusing on results, and that's all part of what we teach at grad school. Top 3 phone calls today. You may have many, but what are your top 3 most important phone calls, your top 3 most important to-dos today? And that's the simple beginning. Everything we do, we break down into simplicity so that you do this minimum, and often you'll do more, but you do just these minimums, and your business just exceeds what you might expect it could ever be. We spend a few more minutes on this one of the 4 skills most days, but today we're going to review it just this quickly because I want to have a few extra minutes on that tactical skill of winning in your listing presentations. And the third of those 4 skill sets is goals and measured results. So new client appointments. You want to make sure you know your new client appointment goal, and that's one of the things we do when you get started coaching with us. And for most people, it is less than 2, typically less than 1 or less than 2 new clients each week will take you to numbers you've never seen before. And most agents just have that, perceive that to be much harder than that. What are your sales under contract? What sales are you going to make, put under contract in July? What's your goal for July? Where do you stand in relationship to it? How much have you done? Where will the rest come from? These are the questions that will take you there. Now, you know what your income is going to be for July, and aside from rentals, your sales income, you know what it's going to be for July, and you probably know what it's going to be for August, because anything you're selling now likely may close in August and more likely September. So you're always looking at your anticipated income this month and the next 2 months, another way to keep you focused and motivated, and the same with listings. What's your goal for the month? Where do you stand? And where will the rest of the goal come from if you haven't already exceeded it? These simple goals in mind keep you more focused and motivated than many, many, many things that agents often do. Your natural and constant awareness of these are another necessity of breakthrough. Remember the 4 necessities, the 4 awarenesses, the anatomy of breakthrough. Your goals and measured results, your tactical skills, your routines and systems, and your success psychology. That's why we built the truly amazing tracking tool for Real Estate Grad School for goals and measured results. And here's a reminder of just one of these 4. This is an agent's appointment chart. This agent needs just over 1 appointment a week, see it in green here, just over 1 appointment a week to reach her exceptional goals, 1.5 appointments a week to reach her, to reach her tiptoe goals. That's her modest goals, her top goals number she's never seen before. And she didn't start out the year with that kind of goals. It starts in January. But lately she's been really realizing that all she has to do is 1 to 2 appointments a week, and she's starting to hit those numbers and seeing her production match accordingly. And these charts absolutely work and focus on what you're going to do. Notice how she turned around a bit of a weakness earlier in the year. So let's get into our topic of today. How do you win the listing in competition? First of all, control wins, flexibility loses. You want to know how your listing presentation is structured. You want to follow the structure. Control wins, flexibility loses. Prepared wins, unprepared loses. The agent who's confident and takes control will win over the agent who's confident and flexible. You know, this client who I'm talking about that lost the listing was going in and saying, well, where would you like to start? Well, you want to talk about the price of the house? You want to talk about what I'm going to do to help you get the most money? It's wrong, man. It sounds great, but when you go into the doctor's office, you don't want to say to the doctor, my stomach hurts, and the doctor says to you, well, should I examine you first or ask you a few questions? Hell no. When you have a problem and somebody needing to move has a problem, you want the doctor to take control. People want you in control. People want their professionals in control, and you can lose in some very subtle ways by not following what we're about to tell you. Very simple. Use a structure, rehearse the structure. On the next slide, we're going to give you the structure. It's thorough because a great listing presentation takes time. Use the structure, rehearse the structure. Now, there's a bunch of things here. Some I've made gray because we're going to focus on the black ones here. The full script of these slides will be today's resource material. It's a coaching client. You get all the materials we always show you and more, and they're all in the resource library for all of you. And there are webinars on many of these topics. If you're not a client, get your pencil ready, get your pen ready, get your tablet ready to make notes. First of all, you want to have good initial questions to ask over the phone to build strong relationships. You want to possibly put together a pre-listing package. You want to prepare your pricing and marketing plan, and then arrive and subtly take control. Establish rapport with questions, which gives you control. Go right to your marketing plan and show them how what you do will get them the most and get them moved on time. Present market value and recommend a price. That's a whole conversation in itself. Review the seller's net sheet, and then complete the paperwork and ask for signatures. Then answer questions, address any concerns, and be sure you speak to them within 24 hours. My point is, this is a structure. Follow a structure and they trust you. Don't follow a structure and they don't. And all of this and lots more are in 2 workbooks we have, one called Keys to Perfecting Your Listing Presentation, the other called 11 Necessary Steps to Perfect Your Listing, to the Perfect Listing Presentation. So those are available with webinars accompanying. Now there's a set of decisions. We said that the person who controls wins. The agent who's confident takes control wins over the agent who's confident and flexible. People want their agents in control. I was going to put the control decisions on this slide, and when I listed them, I realized they needed a slide of their own. These are control decisions you want to make on every listing. You decide if it's going to be a 1-step or a 2-step listing. Are you going to just go there and take the listing, or are you going to go first and look at the house? You're going to determine a recommended price. You're going to make a decision about the price you're going to recommend. And the reason I say recommend is another conversation. But it's important that you don't tell them the price. You recommend a price. Let them have a sense of choice around that. It gives you much greater control. Only present to all decision makers. Man, if you don't have all decision makers there, don't present, delay. You can often lose listings because the other agent presents to everybody and you don't. Present at the kitchen and dining room table. Man, do not present on a couple of couches. If you have to stand, if the house is vacant, just stand at a kitchen counter. But you've got to present where you've got people's attention. And wait till you get their attention. If you don't have their attention, don't start. Yes, I don't care what you have to wait for them to put the kids to bed, for them to make you coffee. You don't start, because that's one of those pieces of subtle control that when the other agent does it, you will lose. Describe what you're going to do that evening. Get agreement on that's what they're going to do. That you're going to, ask them some questions about their move first. You're going to go over the marketing plan. Then you're going to go over pricing. You're going to show them all the evidence you have on pricing. And then if they'd like, go over a net sheet with them and then make a decision with you guys. So you will have a process for doing that, and we teach a process for doing that. Ask to confirm or confirm, ask or confirm the rapport for why, where, ideally when, and how important. These are all pieces we teach throughout the year on listing presentation. Then present your marketing plan. So by this time, man, you've got their attention. They like you. They trust you. They're excited about you. Then present your marketing plan. Then present value, get agreement on pricing. Then present and discuss the seller's net sheet, review the net sheet, and ask for signatures. You want to have a structure that you follow solidly, and you want to rehearse that structure. So in case it's not obvious, to build a great listing presentation, you have to rehearse. So how do you rehearse? Real quickly, get your materials prepared, dress for it, be ready to make notes to yourself about the things where you stumble. The first time, do a complete presentation and rehearse it as if there's no difficulties. Just imagine the other person cooperating. Act as if it's a real presentation, no matter what happens. Then go through it again the next time. Pause quickly and make notes. After you're finished, look at your notes and choose what you want to improve on. Rehearse just the areas of improvement, and then rehearse the first 5 minutes and the last 5 minutes of your presentation. Always, 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 always. Rehearse the first 5 and the last 5. Get those right, and you're confident going in, and you're confident closing for a decision. Rehearse your presentation of pricing repeatedly. Rehearse your presentation of marketing plan, because it does take real effort to become really strong at becoming a strong listing agent. So your ingredient for your recipe of success today, we do this every day, 5 days a week. Mondays we open it to everyone. Tuesday through Friday is just for coaching clients. We go deep into these subjects throughout the year. Today's ingredient for your recipe of success is download and review today's slides. That'll be your resource material for today. And download one of those listing workbooks. Listen to the webinar sometime today or this week. Do it today. if you don't have a strong listing presentation, you've got some time today. Take 30 or 40 minutes and review this and begin to strengthen your listing presentation. We have live coaching calls 5 times each week, Mondays and Wednesdays at 8:30, and then Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays additionally at 11:30. The Friday call is focused specifically on internet marketing and social media. We get lots of input. There are nearly always top agents on those calls, and it's really exciting to see our top agent clients share with everyone. Maybe share today on the topic of listing presentation, on every topic you might say. You bring your questions to those live calls and get them answered by myself and by other top people who are working on or have perfected the same topics. Now, $39, you can sign up and become one of our clients. We have we call it the most cost-effective comprehensive coaching on earth. I'm always excited to tell you we have been charging $39 a month and $3.99 for the year. However, we are going to raise the price next Monday. I've been telling you this for a little while. July 21st, we're raising the price to $49 a month and $4.99 for the year. So if you want to take advantage of this pricing, you can get started or renew. It's $39 a month or $3.99 for the year right now. And but if you wait till after next Monday, I promise you the prices will be rising. So until July 21st, only $3.99. You can reach us by emailing Chava, C-H-A-V-A, at regradschool.com. That's like real estate grad school. Chava at regradschool.com. That's a sneak peek of the new website we'll be rolling out in the next couple of months. And that's our phone number. Call for information. Somebody here will be happy to chat with you about all the new things we have coming out and help you register and take advantage of our current only $3.99 pricing, which will change next Monday. Hug the ones you love. Make a great day. Make a sale. Continue to have a fabulous July. Those of you on the coaching call, getting on the coaching call, I'll see you there in just a moment. And again at 11:30. Make a sale. Make a great July. Hug the ones you love. Be well. Bye.